This 3 gallons of meal replacement will be my only food for the next 7 days. And I shouldn't be excited, but I just can't wait to not eat. So this week we're gonna try and take this supposedly important part of life, the whole like thing, and make it more efficient. This all cost $140. And to prevent myself from getting totally sick of them, I got 2 flavors. But even then, I think I could do just 1 flavor. I am very skilled at eating the same thing every day for a month plus, so we're not beating any autism allegations today. But it's time to dig into my first of 7 shakes. My goal this past year or so has been to consume 3,200 calories a day. I haven't tasted it yet. What if I don't like it? I mean, sucks to suck. It smells like Ensure, which I grew up drinking a lot of. Wow. That is really thick. And salty? Why is it so salty? Okay, 1 of 48. I can just chug a protein shake, but these are really thick. Wow. The flavor's actually pretty good. 1 down. That was 500 calories. That's kind of crazy. I've never consumed 500 calories that fast before. This sucks. I mean, they're so small that I was like, oh, easy. But this is taking a while. I feel kind of sick already. I really can't eat for hours after I wake. I can't really eat, but especially in the morning. I mean, this is pretty in line with just regular eating. I'm hating the experience. This is a lot of milk. Oh yeah, and it's soy-based. Dude, I actually can't. I hate food so much. If I shake it and then look inside, it coats, it's like paint. It's paint texture, that's what it is. I'm still drinking the second one. Well, having the same experience as eating food, I just feel like I'm gonna vomit. Okay, well, I spilled a sip, but see you at lunchtime. And it's time for lunch. I have an Amazon shift I have to leave in a few minutes, so I want to get these over with first. The chocolate ones are lower calorie, so I'm hoping that they're not as thick, but it means I have to drink 3 of them. One of my recent videos went over my 1-year results of weightlifting and doing some calisthenics and stuff, and I pretty much saw nothing but benefits. But overall, I've only seen so much muscle growth, or growth in general. I wonder why. Nothing I have ever posted on the internet, ever in my entire life, has had such a unanimous response, where over 1,000 people told me to just pick up a fork and start eating. I love seeing the response. It was so fun reading. I mean, the comments are still coming in. They're all so positive, and usually when you see walls of text, it's people being angry, but in this case, it's just tons of like really great advice, and it's very nice. Smells fine. Okay. Much less thick. That was so much easier. Oh, so yes, I really do have trouble eating food, and I mean, I've been here for 24 years, so how have I actually stayed alive all this time? Luckily, I can feel hungry sometimes. It's pretty elusive, it's not always there, but when it comes, it's such a bizarre feeling. Also, gotta give a shout out to ice cream. God bless this dairy product. It is the superfood that has kept me going for 2 decades. So these actually taste worse, but they're way easier to get down. So in other words, sometimes I do feel normal and I do actually get cravings. And when I do get those cravings, I just take full advantage. It's such a rare feeling that I'm like, oh my God, it's so special when I can actually enjoy food. And it's very cool. I highly recommend trying to enjoy food sometimes. If I can figure out how to actually trigger that feeling, then we are set for life. Even because like I have a lot of issues with like eating certain textures, and even textures I dislike. Sometimes I'm just like, man, I just need Five Guys right now, and so I go get Five Guys and I get a little calorie boost. So I do, speaking of flavor, I do enjoy flavors, and I think that's why if I put my mind to it, I can chug a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper in a day, and luckily I'm able to chug these not terribly so far. It probably also contributed to me getting addicted to vaping a couple years ago. I don't anymore. I mean, it's just like tasty air, just tasty cancerous air. The reason I have the confidence to try and like increase my calories and stuff is the fact that I know I can be hungry and I do know what it feels like. It's like, it gives me a baseline that I can build upon. It's a small win, one small step for Herp Man. Wow, these taste terrible. That's 2 down, 1 to go. That was 720 calories, 360 calories to go for lunch. But I gotta go to Amazon, so I'll drink it on the way. My tummy hurts. Look at how cursed this is. Amazon shipped a collector's Lego just in the Lego box. They put the label straight on the box. I will be honest, I keep getting a little bit excited because normally when I'm going about my day, I'm like, oh, I have to figure out what I'm gonna eat next and if I'm gonna cook it or pick it up, how I'm gonna get it. And then of course, if I'm even gonna actually eat it or bother trying, I don't have to think about it. However, I have like no energy. I slept okay-ish. I kind of gave myself a little sun poisoning this week, so my sunburn is really making it hard to sleep. I'm so tired, like I'm super sleepy. I just have no energy right now, so I don't know if that's coincidental or not, but I guess we'll see as we keep chugging goop. 3 hours later, it was a short Amazon shift and I just finished it, and I'm hungry. That was not supposed to happen. Why am I hungry? Normally, if I eat 1,000 calories in a day, I don't want to eat for like till the next day. I've already drank 1,800 calories plus a Powerade, so 1,900. And I want food. I'm craving Chipotle for some reason. This is epic. Okay, hold up. What's happening? The goal of this video like isn't to torture myself. The goal is to increase my caloric intake in a way that's realistic because I've had so much trouble over the years. I'm hungry. Should I just drink all the shakes I was gonna drink, so 3,000 in shakes, and also eat food? I feel like there's no reason not to. Okay, well, I'm gonna go Chipotle, I guess. What's going on, man? I swear to you, I've been trying to eat more calories for 15 goddamn years. It's gonna make this look too easy. I'm sure there's a catch. I'm sure it's not this simple. Even like right now, going into a meal, I start getting stressed out. I start psyching myself out and I'm like, oh God, I have to finish this or else I'm not gonna hit my calorie goal. But yes, I spent $15 on this, but I could throw it away right now and I'd still hit my calorie goal. I don't have to eat it. I'm eating it by choice. I don't eat food by choice that often. I get to just enjoy this with none of the stress of having to finish a certain amount of it. Large bag of chips, my ass. What is this? How is this so large? How much did I pay for this? Is this what it's like when normal people don't get as much food as they want? Like when I get skimped and it's, look at this, this is so much food. When I get skimped, I'm like, oh yes, I have an excuse to not eat as much. But now I'm like, wait, I wanted my chips, but there's like no chips in here.
What happened to only milk?
At the end of day 1, I drank 4 soy shakes for a total of 1,800 calories. I finished about half of the Chipotle bowl in chips, as well as a Powerade for 700 calories. And later that night, I ate 5 slices of a large pizza, plus a Coke for 1,600 calories. This pushed my total to over 4,000 calories, which is something I've never done in my entire life. That is the most calories I've ever had in a 24-hour period before. I also hit my regular protein goal of 160 grams, plus my usual supplements and creatine. I started day 2 off with 2 shakes for an additional 1,000 calories before heading to Amazon for another shift. I drank 2 more shakes during the shift for an additional 900 calories. I hit Domino's once again on the way home and ate an additional 1,000 calories in pizza, along with a Powerade and Dr. Pepper. Luckily, the sun poisoning was going away. I still wasn't sleeping well, but I was able to do some light exercise each day. And my calorie total for day 2 was much lower than the day before, but I still surpassed the 3,200 calorie goal. My protein was below the goal though. I normally drink 2 protein shakes per day, which are high in protein, obviously, but low in calories. And I just could not get 6 shakes down total, like 2 protein shakes plus 4 caloric shakes. So I opted for the soy shakes this week to prioritize calories. Now, weighing myself day to day isn't necessarily the best idea, since I expected to see like water weight and just normal fluctuation, but I kept track anyway. So day 1's weigh-in was 113.6 pounds, and I'm 5'5" for reference. While day 2, I went up to 114.8 pounds, which was over a pound difference. On day 3, my weigh-in was 115.6 pounds, so an additional pound a day again. And I started the day off with my usual 2 shakes for 1,000 calories. I did not take an Amazon shift today. I was just working around the house and editing, but I still managed to accidentally walk my usual 10,000 steps a day, which I'm just always moving. So on days I do deliver for Amazon, I usually end up walking like 15,000 steps or more. I continued this theme of eating 1 real meal per day when I actually get hungry, which is usually at night. Day 3 was Wingstop for 1,200 calories before finishing the day off with an additional 2 shakes plus a Powerade. I essentially hit all my goals, eating nearly 3,500 calories. On day 4, I weighed in at 116.2 pounds, continuing the trend of going up 1 pound per day. This day consisted of an Amazon shift, 4 shakes, a Powerade, a Dr. Pepper, and a bowl from Moe's, totaling 3,400 calories. So I was basically just in a pretty good groove. 4 or 5 shakes, 1 real meal, a couple drinks, and I see a pound go up on the scale. On day 5, I weighed in at 117.6 pounds. Again, another pound. And man, I was getting bloated. My stomach was like actually just sticking out. But I was still going up a pound a day on the scale. I worked at home again this day. I also went bouldering and visited my family, who had prepared chicken, rice, and broccoli for dinner, as well as ice cream after the fact for a well-rounded 1,000 calorie meal. But I did drink an additional shake to hit my caloric goal, so this was 5 shakes and 3,300 calories. I also moved around a bunch of furniture and managed to somehow walk another 10,000 steps, even though I was not delivering for Amazon this day. Day 6, I weighed in at 117.6 pounds, the exact same weight as the day before. This was also the first day that I failed to hit all of my goals. And for reference, I'm weighing myself in the morning, like when I'm all emptied out, just same time each day, but yeah, just anyway. At the end of this day, I ate only 3,000 calories and hardly hit 100 grams of protein from 4 shakes, a few slices of pizza, and 2 Dr. Peppers. If you've watched a while or used to watch my live streams, you probably know that I was drinking 6 to 10 sodas a day on average. So while 2 is a huge decrease from this, I do feel like having just these 2 still threw me off this day because they just kind of took up space in my stomach and didn't have that many calories. It was just kind of air and bubbles and sugar water. If I hadn't had these Dr. Peppers, I think I would have hit the caloric goal by drinking shakes instead, but I really wanted the Dr. Pepper. And on the final day, the 7th day of the week, I weighed in at 117.6 pounds. For the 3rd day in a row, I was the exact same weight. I consumed 3,340 calories, and just like every other day, I was pretty active. I walked 10,000 steps, I helped my friend with some car mods. One of my last shakes of the week.
Shake it up, shake it up, oh!
I also played with this kitten. We got Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell, but like most meals that I usually eat, I didn't really eat that much of it. The only thing I had from my Chick-fil-A order was the milkshake, and I really didn't touch my sandwich or fries. I just didn't have an appetite. But ultimately, if I didn't drink those soy shakes on this final day, I would have consumed less than 2,000 calories. And just like that, the week is over. And I am shooting this bit 4 or 5 days after the week, and I have just about finished all of the shakes, all 48 of them. I have only a couple left. That was $150 in milk, about 3 gallons of milk. I'm honestly kind of on a pretty good routine with it, and it is keeping, every single day, except for that one day, I have consumed over 3,200 calories a day. However, my weight is dropping again, which is kind of funny. I thought my maintenance calories was 2,700 based on the math I had done before. So I don't know if I need to actually stay up at 4,000 a day, which I don't think I can actually physically do. I was gonna go more in depth about my experiences like eating and different things I've tried to stimulate my appetite, but I feel like that could just be a whole separate video that I'll probably save, and instead we'll focus on this actual week. And yeah, without these shakes, I would have been in a caloric deficit every single day. I didn't cook at all this week. I just drank shakes and ate out. So Wingstop, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, And ultimately, I actually feel fine consuming all these shakes. I didn't know if like something would happen to my insides. It didn't really seem to do anything. Aside from giving me a caloric surplus. I felt pretty normal aside from being bloated. And so I went from 113.6 to 117.6 pounds over this week. So 4 pounds in a week is kind of crazy. But again, I've been already receding on that. I don't really look that different. I mean, it's been a week, so what do you expect? But today I dropped back to just under 116 pounds. I'm like 115.9. So while I knew I was gonna plateau when it came to weight, I honestly didn't expect to immediately start receding and losing weight again. I'm not sure why. I've still been extremely hydrated. I've been incredibly active, but it's not really any more active than before. It's my usual 10 to 15,000 steps. Exercise, I'm getting back into bouldering, biking, I've been mountain biking. I've been working outside a lot. I moved more furniture. I sold some stuff, so I had to haul things into my trailer. I helped my family move some stuff. So yes, I am always moving and I'm always burning calories, but come on, I'm not that big. I'm 5'5", 115-ish pounds. How many calories do I have to eat to just maintain my weight? Now, this is such a small sample size of days. I feel like you can only learn so much in 10 days of doing something. But now I'm like, I don't know if I should. I mean, I like the shakes. Honestly, I've gotten really good at chugging them. I've gotten my time down to 7 seconds per chocolate shake. Which is, I mean, it's 400 calories per shake. That's really efficient. It is super convenient just getting up, grabbing shakes, mindlessly drinking them while I'm answering emails and editing, hopping in the car to go work, mindlessly drinking them while I'm driving, drinking milk, that is. And ultimately, I thought maybe drinking all these disgusting meal replacement shakes would make me kind of appreciate food more and want to eat more, but it's kind of just made me want to eat the same amount, honestly a little bit less. The past few days I've been kind of just forcing food, but the weird thing is I'm not tired of the shakes. I hated them at first and they were disgusting, and they just reminded me of my days of trying to drink Ensure just to not starve and shrivel up as a teenager and a kid. I want to keep drinking them, but the problem is they're so expensive because drinking 4 shakes a day, sometimes 5, that's $12 to $15 a day on top of my regular food, which, you know, that adds up. What is that a month? $360 a month just in milk. I think it makes sense for me to continue supplementing with these shakes. I mean, I just got up recently, I just drank 2 more of my usual morning shakes. Boom, 1,000 calories. What I could not do, however, was the original idea of living off of this milk and nothing else. I would have felt awful, but I consumed a lot of calories this past week. I saw the scale go up a little bit, so I don't know. Is there a point to doing this? I don't know. Maybe it's not even worth it, but that was that. So hopefully you found it interesting. I have a lot of other ideas that spawned from doing this, so let me know if you want to see more of this theme, but that'll be it. So I'm Alex, and thanks for watching.